Amounts for some expense types always need to be split and allocated, and the new amount distribution feature in Expense Management allows you to set this up to happen automatically. Here's how you would create an automatic 70-30 split for the food with guests expense type, so that Expense Management automatically distributes amounts that you can use for posting to tax-deductible and non-tax-deductible accounts. First, you need to enable the feature from the Expense Management Setup page. In the Expense Fast tab, simply switch on the option for Enable Amount Distribution. Next, in the Expense Type page, you need to set up the expense type that users will register expenses to, and also an expense type that a percentage of each expense amount should be allocated to. Because amount distribution is enabled, there is now an extra column here in the Expense Types page for distribution code. Switch on Editing, and for the Food with Guest line, add a new entry in the distribution code. Let's call the new code Entertain 30-70. We can be more detailed in the description. Now edit this line to specify the split and allocation of amounts. 70% will stay allocated with the Food for Guests expense type. The other 30% needs to be allocated to a new expense type. Let's call it Entertain Non-Deduct. Once again, you can be more detailed in the description. This new expense type should not be shown to expense users because they should continue to submit expenses to the main expense type for Food with Guests. So make sure to check the box at Hide from Expense User to avoid causing confusion. Click OK and you're all set up to automatically split and allocate this expense type. The next time one of your expense users adds an expense for the Food with Guests expense type, they can submit it in exactly the same way as before. However, as the expense admin, you can see that the split and allocation is already completed, cutting out manual steps and reducing your risk of making errors.